Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be the video chart recap of the bull charts that were sent out for the week of November 9th. If you're not familiar with this, what we do is every Friday go over the charts that were sent out the previous week, and that way people can see how they did, hopefully learn something from it, and hopefully, I'm able to brag about how big the gains were. But this week was pretty disappointing, kind of boring, but it does actually provide a good lesson about money management and so forth. So I'll go over that as we go. But yeah, let's just dig in. This right here, if you're new, is what the bull market newsletter, bull charts email looks like. What we do is go over 5 chart patterns each week, and you can read about them here. They have definitions. Our charts for this week were AXL, AAI, RBY, MOVE, and HOV. So let's just dig in and go over them. The first one was AXL, and this was our pattern play. What we had here was a symmetrical triangle. We had this resistance line swooping downwards, this support line swooping upwards, and we are looking for a break of this line here. So let's go to the chart and see what happened. This blue line here represents what the chart looked like when I released it to the group. And before I get started, I do want to note that if you are interested in getting emails like this and these bull charts, all you have to do is go to bullmarketnewsletter.net, and when you sign up, you'll also get a free ebook. So it's a good little deal, and all this newsletter stuff, it's all free. So it's definitely worth checking out. So anyways, back to AXL. This is what the chart looked like. On Monday, we had a gap up above. The MACD was crossing over zero, so it looked like a possible nice breakout. So you could have gotten in here, and then you can see that things just kind of fell apart. There's actually a possible gain here of about 4%, but like I say, in order for me to count anything as a win, I like to get at least 5%. So this one, although there was a possibility for a 4% gain, it ended up going to have to fall into the loser category, being a false breakout. Like I said, it broke out and then fell down. So this one, AXL, was a loser on the week, going by the 5% criteria. The next one we had for the week was AAI, and this was our bottom bouncer play. What I pointed out here was potential double bottom shaping up. Had a nice candle, had some nice volume. So now let's go and check out that one. So here we were here, we're just getting the MACD crossover, and then as the week progressed, you can see that basically nothing happened, just sideways. So maybe you could have pulled out some money. If anything, it was a small loss. So being that it could have gone either way for people, we're just going to call this one a break even, just because the price really didn't do anything. It just went sideways. So AAI was a break even. Our next play was RBY, and this was our trend trading play, meaning we just want to find a stock that's in an uptrend and then go with the trend. As I'd pointed out here, the 50-day simple moving average could have been a possible nice entry. So once again, this is trend trading. We're just going with the trend, going with the flow. So once again, this is what the chart looked like. You can see the 50-day, just real nice trend to it. Here it went up, dropped down right there, so you could have gotten a fill right there. And then today, it actually went up and hit 434. Once again, this was a possible gain if you had gotten in of about 4% or so, or you might have lost some money in here. But I mean, there was this opportunity here to get some of it back. So once again, we're just going to call this a break even, just because nothing really happened. Yes, it dropped down here, but it also had plenty of days where it did shoot up. So once again, this one is just getting thrown in the break-even category also. Our next one was MOVE, M-O-V-E, and this was our chart that we were looking at the volume. You can see there's big volume, had a spinning top after a gap down. So the question I was asking and wondering was, will this the price try to close the window, which means go up and at least hit that point there to close this gap that was created. So let's go over this one. So as you can see, right here we had the spinning top candle. So let's go through the progression here. just held, dropped down a little bit. So, on either of these days would have given good opportunities to get filled. So I'm basing this on the close here. We'll just say people could have gotten in at $1.66, even though it dropped to $1.59. We'll just say $1.66. Had a nice little day there. And then this was the move where people really could have capitalized. Went all the way up, closed that window, and went up even higher than that. So this move here was a 17.5% move. So keep that number in mind as we go through the rest of the charts. So move was our big winner for the week with 17.5% upside had you gotten in down here. So that volume alert did show that right here did show that it was pretty much the sellers out, and then it took a little bit before it could get this spike up here. Our last chart was HOV, and this thing we've featured before, and once again it disappointed, and this time actually head faked us, meaning it acted like it was going to break out but never did. So what we're looking at here is a 441 key breakout point, and let's go back to the chart, and you can see on this day it actually did break above 441, so that was a buy signal right there. However, look what it did to us. It pulled back, and now it's just sitting here. So I'm going to call this one a loser. Maybe I could get away with calling it a break even just because it's not like it totally fell apart, but to keep things fair and realistic, it gave us a buy signal and then hasn't produced. Maybe it'll take off next week. That's what a lot of these do. They'll go up through, pull back for a few days, and then you'll get the second move. So if you bought on this and you're still holding, I would still say there's still a chance. I mean, you're still above your moving averages, which is a good sign. So I don't think it'd be too dangerous to hang on. But this one's going to be queued up as a loser too, just because, like I said, it went through and then didn't follow through. But now let's go back on move. There was a 17.5% gain. So let's think about this for a second. Let's just assume that on the other four stocks this week, you took a 3% loss on them. That would mean that you lost 12% on the week. But with move, if you had capitalized on that, and let's just say you made 15% out of that possible 17% move, you would still be up 3% for the week. So that just shows that with good money management and good trading, you could have only had one win for the week, but if you had cut your other ones short and kept the losses small at 3%, it only took that one big mover to make sure that you were still positive on the week. So just to go over that math once again, moved, M-O-V-E, moved 17.5% for the week. That's kind of tricky to say. And let's just say you only got 15% on that one. And then let's assume that on all the other ones, and remember some of them were break even, some of them you could have made money, but for argument's sake, let's just say you lost 3% on those. On those four, that would have been a 12% loss. However, with move, if you had gotten the 15%, that would have been a 3% gain for the week. So that's just a real good example of how, despite the bull charts kind of being disappointing this week, we still had one that it could have kept you positive for the week had you practiced good money management, not on all those other ones. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you can see the power of money management and keeping your losses small. So if you have any other questions on this or the bull charts or anything, let me know. But one more time, just head to bullmarketnewsletter.net, and when you sign up, you'll get on the list, and you'll get these sorts of emails along with trade ideas and educational pieces. Everything's free, so it's worth checking out, and hopefully you'll decide to join us. But once again, that's bullmarketnewsletter.net. Thanks for listening, and I'll get some more charts up for this weekend.